everybody. I have a lot to share. Thank you. I do want to address my nerves because I am a little nervous to speak to you today, but I'm so happy. I'm so passionate about what I do. And while I was waiting to meet with you right now, I got a lot of inspiration, walked Jersey City, met the team members, and just feel in my element. So, opening statement, and then we're going to dive in. Okay. So, I do want to feel a little bit connected to the room, so if I get some shoulders there. Who came into Whole Foods from outside of Whole Foods? Who started your leadership as an ASTL? Hands? Okay, great. Where are my whole body team leaders? Yes, yes. What about produce? Where are my produce team leaders? Okay, how about carnivores? Any carnivores in the room? Okay, vegetarians, where are you? Wherever you are. Okay, vegans? Yes. Vegans? Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, I feel a little bit. Okay, so again, thank you so much for having me today. I did prepare some things. These are my words, so I'm going to read them. All right. First, I want to thank you for allowing me the space and time to connect with you today. This is a room full of people that inspire me and who I look up to and who have mentored me along the way. I've dreamt of a moment like this for so long, so the fact that I can stand here before you, I'm so honored to be here. My name is Bodanza, and I'm the store trainer at the Princeton Whole Foods in New Jersey. I've been with Whole Foods since May of 2018, and I was started as a part-time cashier. Before Whole Foods, I was in school to be a teacher, but I was feeling like I needed to be a part of something more. So I quickly fell in love with Whole Foods Market. The energy, the aesthetic, the discount, okay? And most of all, we know the people, right? I was seeking mentorship my whole life from my past connections with teachers, or acting coaches, music teachers, college professors. What I didn't realize was that I was going to find everything I wanted as a Whole Foods Market team member. The exposure to community, to teamwork, and culture at Whole Foods was unmatched, and the leaders who helped me grow was profoundly more meaningful than anything I'd experienced. I knew very early on that I craved a career here. I often describe myself to others as a grocery store. I come to life at the food market. I am a foodie and I'm an eater. And what was most important to me was to find my own drive and my own purpose. I remember bells going off one day as I worked the customer service booth, and I said, I'm in my element here, a place where I had the whole world at my fingertips. Whole Foods is a true candy land. And I knew that I could never take for granted how lucky we are that we get to be in a store filled to the brim with the highest quality goods. We all know that. It's an institution of learning. It's so much more than a grocery store. It's the heart of a community. I wanted to be somewhere that I could impact my own corner of my own universe. And what better place than the only certified organic grocery store where I felt loved, I felt supported, I felt heard and hungry and home. Culture isn't just what we do, it's who we are when no one's watching. It's the invisible force that drives us that we know. It drives our decisions, our relationships, and ultimately, all of our success. So, I have a lot of slides to share. Who hired you, Josh? Who hired me? Dale Schertzel, where are you? I walked in, it was a hiring event, I said, I demand to work here. I want the discount. I want to feed my birds really good veggies. I'm a foodie and I love it. And Dale said, you're a delight. You're hired. Dale, thank you. Okay, so I brought some pictures I wanted to share because I love to share. This is us. So there's a couple slides here. So what you see here is a collection of memories. Over the 8 years I've been at Whole Foods, there's a collection of stories, of celebrations. My beautiful store team leader. There's a collection of celebrations, promotions, team member appreciation weeks, and community connections. Joy, where are you? This is from our time at the Feed My Starving Children. So this is one of the slides that I'm so proud of. One of my favorite pictures is Shayna throwing confetti all over my face at the huddle on my birthday. By the way, I love you. You're the monster. Okay, next slide. This is a collection of pictures from my Cherry Hill family, my Marlton family, my PCC family, my South Street family. Where's Daniel? Right, there you are. Okay, I heard his voice. And my Princeton family. There's Shana and I for Team Appreciation Week, cooking ground beef in the Prep Foods kitchen. I got all my ASDLs in this picture, some team leaders that I met along the way, and some really special moments that live with me forever. So that's one. Next slide is when I was away for 10 weeks plus at PCC. When I came back, my team had surprised me with a party. And again, this is all an example of the family and the connection that we have that means something to us. It's written in the book of our life. So this all is really important to me. All right, next slide is I want to show a little bit of who I am. When I meet new team members, I have a me board. So on that me board, I have one side that's all the fun I have at Whole Foods, and the other side is who I am as a person, because I love to be vulnerable. One of the most important things I learned from one of my college professors was in the moment of vulnerability, in the moment where you feel like you're afraid to be yourself, one of the hardest things to do is to open your arms in front of a large group of people, because this is a vulnerable moment. To stand before a large group of people who I don't know yet, and most of you I don't know, but I can't wait to learn. But I just wanted to take a moment to practice that vulnerability, because I really believe in what I'm about to say, and I hope that you take something from it. So these are some special moments of my time at Whole Foods, Team Member Appreciation Weeks, regular Tuesdays, and a really awesome time that I spent in Austin, Texas for the Culture Summit, and that was a community garden. I was blown away. Okay, next slide, backside. This is me. This is who I am. Okay, here, I gotta give some love to this screen. Okay, so I'm a foodie. I love food. I love orchids. It's my favorite plant. I have so many orchids, and I love my two parrots, Kai and Henry. They mean the world to me, and I love when people know all things about me, because when you craft relationships, it starts day one. So I want to be an open book to you so that I can invite you to learn with me, and I can invite you to be a part of my corner of my universe. All right, so the people who helped me grow mean the world to me. These are 3 quotes that I live by. A mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside yourself. I believe that as a mentor, you're way more than a teacher. A mentor is something deeper, and it's somebody who cares about your professional and your personal goals and helps you to achieve them. So thank you to all the people that showed that example to me, because I plan to go forth and do likewise. If I have seen further, it's by standing on the shoulders of giants. So these are my giants. You're my giant. Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, I may remember, but involve me, and I learn. Okay, let's talk for a minute. When I think about culture, and when I want to set an example of culture, I think of quite a few topics. And of course, the first is purpose and values, and people, and belonging, momentum and growth, and resilience and unity. Culture is how we bring our values to life. You showed me that. It's how integrity and innovation and empathy don't just live in our mission statement, they live in our daily choices and who we are. Culture is shaped by people, right? Here, we don't just hire for skill, we hire for curiosity. We hire for collaboration and for soul, because Whole Foods is a movement. Culture creates momentum. When people feel supported, when you make me feel supported, I'm engaged. I'm gonna give my best. And that's what creates the energy that we know and we feel all through Whole Foods. A strong culture shows up in the hardest of times, we know that. And we know that it's the glue that gets us through. It means that we don't bend and we don't break. I'm crying again. Oh, you're making me cry. Okay, so.
It's been a 48 hours of crying.
Oh, no.
I'm strong as hell now. I'm like losing it.
I love welcome tours. A welcome tour is the most incredible moment. Okay, yes, clap. Yes. I love welcome tours. Okay, a welcome tour is an immersive experience for for a team member. You can change someone's life in a welcome tour. Every time I do a welcome tour, I come out of it a different person because people teach me stuff. Team leaders teach me stuff. Team trainers teach me stuff. New team members teach me stuff. They probably have certifications and all kinds of things that I didn't know about, okay? So in a welcome tour, my goal is for it to be something that is memorable, to be energized, where I am your student and you are mine. We can make learning about safety be very enjoyable. Okay, so I need a volunteer. Oh boy. Who's in the front? Who's gonna be brave?
Scott.
Scott. Okay, so, all right.
Oh,
Okay. Oh my God, he's laughing. All right, ready? Is this proper safe lifting? No. Okay, no. How about this? No. Okay, bend with our legs, right? Get down. Lift with your legs, right? Get your path of movement and then walk forward, right? How was that? How did I do?
That's great.
That was great? All right, awesome. Yeah, so I want to bring energy to the role because I want to do something or use my body in a way that you remember it. And if the room is getting a little stagnant and we're talking about a lot of topics, I might stop and say, well, would you like to hear a song? I do write parodies of songs and I turn them into Whole Foods Market there. Whole body's got protein, ingredients, and something. My other one, my favorite one. Who knows apple bottom jeans, okay? Apples, broccoli, beets. Verse two. Bags of pecan, potatoes,
You need a YouTube channel.
Alright, I need another volunteer. Be brave. Who are you? Where are you? Taina. Okay. Would you mind reading something to the room for me?
Sure.
Okay. I really care a lot about it. I need people to know.
Okay, bakery.
What?
Whole Foods doesn't sell bromated flour.
Bromated flour. Okay. Now, I just did something crazy and I got everyone's attention, but now we can talk serious. I want to talk about bromated flour when you come to Whole Foods. We're talking about potassium bromate. And its byproduct, potassium bromide. So, I love to educate team members on why they should have trust with Whole Foods Market products. Potassium bromate's a carcinogen. It's an oxide that creates free radicals in your body. It damages your DNA equal to the amount that you ingest. And it's illegal in most countries in the world. Okay, so why sell it at Whole Foods? Who'd have thought? Except for two, right? Crazy. Right here. Thank you so much. Bimini, thank you so much. I care about bromated flour. I want everyone to know about the standards that Whole Foods Market has because I want to change your life. I want you to grocery shop here. I want to show you that there's competitive prices and buy it. Please, just buy it. And trust me. Okay. In another welcome tour success mission, my goal is to have a team member say, that was the best tour of my life. Because I want to bring the A game so that you remember that I went above and beyond to show you an incredible experience. And I will show you that you can be career driven. I'm career driven. Everyone that we talk to at Whole Foods Market has some type of journey and story that they share that some way along the way, it was life changing. So I want to show a team member that because we never know a team member's background. They could come in looking for a part-time job, not knowing what's next, and who knows, they could plant a tree seed so deep in the ground that the roots are just like undiggable. So that's my goal. My goal is to have team members come in and not want to leave Whole Foods Market because I don't. I want to take a moment just to thank the NELN team because I love my playbook. I read my playbook every day. When I connect with new store trainers, I show them the playbook. I'm like, guys, just read the playbook. It's so great because it maps your entire rollout and you can bring who you are to the role. So L&D team, thank you so much. I use my playbook every day. It helps me to bring who I am and give my best self. And there's systems there that help me to be transparent and again, involve the team. When I involve people, we become a unit. We become a basketball team, right? So, introducing new team members to their team and do it with them. When I'm doing a welcome tour, my goal is to weave relationships with a team member, because when I have opened the space for them to see me as a friend, then everyone they meet along the way is going to be an additional friend, somebody they trust, somebody that they can share or relate to in some way. And who better to do that than their store trainer who opened the gate for them, and to do it along the way so that we're building relationships so at the end of the day, they've already had 10 friends. They feel comfortable. And one of my best tips for all store trainers is when you introduce a new team member to another team member, ask them the question, hey, if this team member ever has questions, can they come to you? Oh, of course they can. Good, you just opened that gate, you just helped them weave that relationship. Now they will go and speak to that team member. Yes. All right, giving multiple forms of explanation and understanding a team member's learning style. So that's another tip that I do. And when I'm meeting a new team member, is I like to learn how they like to learn. Some people really want to do all their cornerstone trainings right away. Sometimes, some people, they just want to get on the floor. So if I have that conversation a little bit, then I can cater their onboarding needs to specifically them. And that's a great tip too, because like you're meeting people where they are, and you're pivoting and you're using your systems to kind of adapt your schedule, because this is a self-guided role, and this playbook really helps me to be self-guided and a self-starter, so thank you. All right, communicating a team member's journey and involving the team, and letting a team member know that they are welcomed by a group of people who are here to support them, because they're my people, and now they're your people. All right, next slide. Engagement. I have a philosophy of Whole Foods Market. I am your champion, I'm your cheerleader, and I'm your teammate. As your champion, I will celebrate you loudly and often. And I'm gonna lead with vulnerability and trust. I'm gonna trust you, and I'm gonna show you who I am, and we are gonna create that relationship so that way you see me as a resource, so that your development is everything that I have energy towards. Being a teammate and not just a trainer. Like I said, mentorship is so much more than being a teacher. So to be a teammate, not just a trainer, a teammate is somebody who I understand your role, you understand my role, I know how to help you, you know how to help me. We have this open dialogue of support, and it's always, I got your back, you got my back, right? We know that. Do we all have those relationships, right? In this room, outside this room, it's so important. It's what I want to bring to the table every day, because it's made me who I am, because like you guys made me who I am. All right, making it personal. I like to take notes, and the store trainer will tell me that I need to take notes, because I gotta cater to everyone's needs, and I need to know your needs. So when you tell me your needs, I gotta write it down, because I gotta remember it. Because as I earn your trust, I gotta maintain your trust. So at the end of my shift, I need to look at my notes. Who do I talk to? Who do I need to follow up with? What's my priority list look like tomorrow? Because I will follow through with you, because your trust means so much to me. All right, and then the saying, how can I support you better? I need to open a dialogue so that I demand you to come to me when you need support. I need you to know that I'm here for you, okay? And as a resource, I need to know that I can quickly point you where you need to go. And we're gonna get there. I call it staying in the green. It's a green light. If you don't know, we're fax givers. If any faxes we know, give your fax. If you run out of fax, find somebody with more fax, right? Simple as that. Find somebody with more fax. Okay, and then staying consistent. Diana, you taught me so much about staying consistent. And the L&D team, again, like I use my rotations checklist in the playbook and the team trainer role handbook. We have great checklists that show you how you should be connecting with the teammates, how you should be crafting your conversation, so that every time you speak with a team, those topics are consistent. And consistency is key to earning trust. And I log my progress week to week so that we have an open collaboration with my training point, my ASTLs, and my STL. Okay. For methods, I wanted to bring this stuff to you to show a little bit about how I translate the playbook in motion, because I love checklists, I love tangible things that I can mark it off and know what I completed. So here is a little example of that daily rotations checklist about when you conversate with a team, you're looking at completion, you're looking at compliance, connection, and focus, team focus, and then cross-training opportunities. So these are rinse and repeat topics that I can make sure that when I walk a team, everyone knows what to expect from me. And then we're gonna have some fun, right? Because work and play can be the same. Okay, and then here is where I live the strategic partnership role of consistency. So this is an example of my store trainer checklist that ensures I know exactly what I'm doing and I'm staying self-guided through my day, and I involve everyone so they know what is my job, how can I support your job, how can you support mine, one of my favorite things when I was going for the role. Cherie in TMS, love Cherie. She told me, Josh, in the room, I need you to articulate how you're gonna know people's needs and how you're gonna make sure they know your needs. And that has stuck with me for 2+ years, because that's the beginning of this trajectory of like open communications, knowing people's needs and making sure that they understand your needs, because that's partnership. Okay, project management. So one of the biggest highlights of my time as a store trainer was when we had a summer slump. Who knows what a summer slump is? We had a summer slump and we had a big cross-training need in the store. So we all, me and 4 others, we were just graduating the CD ATL program, and it was time for a project. So Shana sat us down, she's like, here's your project. We're cross-training. What are we calling it? And we're all like, Flex. Yeah, called a Flex program. Okay, so the CD ATLs and I, we met. We wanted to act like STLs. We were like, all right, let's get our startup task, let's get our mission, let's get our goal, okay? And then let's get our pillars set. We gotta practice consistency, we gotta meet every week, so let's schedule it now. Okay, we gotta craft up our agenda topic, so in a meeting, like we know what we're talking about, we gotta talk about it every week, okay? So, the initiation, our goal was to increase a team member's sense of belonging in Whole Foods. We wanted to encourage skill building and develop and foster a team mindset and professional growth. This program was to join our leadership together as a group as we inspire team members to reach their full potential and to understand retail operations, gain some new knowledge, and to learn and grow. Okay, so as we planned, we wanted to involve, right? Involvement is the theme here. Connection is about involvement. So as CDATLs in this program, we were connecting with all teams, team trainers, team members, ATLs, team leaders, team leader huddles, ASTLs, Shana. Okay, so our goal was to get a list together so everyone knew when a team member was cross-training for the first time, like what they were expected to do in that 4-hour shift. Okay, and our goal was to really practice follow-through, and we wanted to jot down our questions because since this was a new thing for us, when there was problems or challenges or opportunities, like we wanted to notate them so we were looking at it in a positive way. It's like, okay, plan A didn't work, good, plan B. Oh, plan B didn't work, okay, plan C. So now there's more hands in the pot, our project now is involving more people, and now it's not just ours, it's ours. So when it changes growth, and changes involvement. So we let that lead and it kind of led itself. Okay, next slide. When the team members were working the shifts, we were meeting consecutively and we were talking about the delegations, the updates, the meetings, how we were communicating to the teams, and how we were positively opening the discussion of like what's changing, what's been frustrating, how are we going to make an improvement for next week, and what should we have done better? You know, because we always wanted to look for improving the experience of team members, right? The goal was sense of belonging so that we can build a longevity in the Whole Foods market. In the end, it was pretty profound. Like, after the program ended, we had every team member fill out a little survey, so we got some feedback about them. Hey, was the time worth it? Did you learn what you wanted to? Did we support you the right way? Would you do it again? What would you like to learn in the future? Or what did you take away from the experience? Okay, so that also helped us to open the dialogue with team members so that everyone had a voice. The team member, all the way up to the STL, we were involving the whole store, because as a store, we are a unit. What was so crazy was at the end, not only did we onboard and cross-train 10 team members, like our goal, at the end of that year, Shana and the room counted, and we had helped over 35 people in new promotions in the store. And that's still to this day. It's still going, by the way. It's still going. We're still Yeah, so, and another thing, I wanted to just open communication. I wanted to show you some topics. Like, these are some examples of the team trainer huddles that I have. I love my team trainer meetings because, again, we are a unit. I love collaboration, and I like to treat my team trainer meetings just like I do a team leader meeting, where we have agenda topics, we have safety responsibilities, communication, good news and updates, appreciations. So that way, we're already getting practice of like, all right, you're gonna be a team leader one day, you're gonna have to go to this meeting, you gotta be prepared to talk about all these things. So start now looking at your department as your department. Be a part of your team. Be your own strategic partner on your team. So this is a way for me to engage the group. We love each other. You know, we want to see each other succeed. And another example is a good, Daniel, you've seen this one. Okay, so this is a good example of like a startup. When you just are starting that team trainer meeting, we have a little icebreaker because when we laugh together, then we get to learn together, right? When a team member laughs with another team member, now there's a little bit of an eased feel in the room, and now we can talk about some nitty-gritty. You know, you now feel comfortable to contribute to the dialogue. Okay, so that's important to me. I need you to feel comfortable in my presence so that we can collaborate, right? Daniel, you're the best. All right, next. I've talked a lot about how I'm a purpose-driven individual, and that's the leadership principle that I align with. But I don't think that I could be a store trainer or the successful store trainer that I am, or without the idea that servant leadership also makes the role so successful. Servant leadership is important to me because it's who I am. Servant leadership is putting others first, which practices vulnerability, practices showing up for people, empowering team members to take ownership and make decisions, and fostering a sense of autonomy and responsibility. Growth and development, and active listening. Servant leaders are committed to the personal and professional growth of team members because we are mentors and providing opportunities of learning and development. And when actively listening, we listen with our ears, we listen with our eyes, our heart, our presence, my body language, and I need to do my part to take care of your needs because that's important to me. Humility and selflessness. Servant leaders are characterized by humility, selflessness, and a willingness to serve others. Stewardship and building trust, because as they build trust, we are committed to serving their needs as a team. And then collaborating and creating a collaborating environment, which fosters inclusivity, where team members feel valued and respected. I'm obsessed with being there for people. I'm obsessed with showing up every day and being who I am so that I can at least invite you to be who you are. Okay. One moment. At the end of the day, culture isn't what we say, because it's what we do. It's how we show up for our work, for each other, and for something that's bigger than ourselves. At Whole Foods Market, culture isn't just part of the business. It is the business. It is our business. It's about how we care for each other, how we serve our communities, and how we stand behind the quality and the integrity of everything that we do. Let's keep leading with purpose, working with heart, and showing our team members, ourselves, our colleagues, our peers, what it truly means to be a Whole Foods Market team member. Because when our culture thrives, we all thrive. At Whole Foods Market, we don't just manage change because we lead it. Because we know that change is guided by purpose. And it's empowered by people, and it's grounded in values. And that's something beautiful. And that's the evolution that stays true to who we are. So I wanted to take a moment, and I want to personally thank my ASTLs and my STL Shayna, because you have created a space for me to be myself, and to know what partnership feels like, and mentorship. And you've changed my life in a lot of ways, and I only plan to do the same for others. So thank you so much, because we learned this role together, and it truly makes the statement that a store trainer cannot be successful without the love and partnership of the STL and the ASTL. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Okay, I'm getting character.
Somebody can have everyone quiet, guys.
At Whole Foods Market, we don't just manage change, because we lead it. We know that the change is guided by purpose, it's powered by people, and it's grounded in values. That's something beautiful. That's the evolution that stays true to who we are.